Hi, and welcome to a short and sweet video essay about my favorite game and the only game I've ever finished. I will say that this is technically a project for a class, so I'm really sorry if the format is weird, but either way, I hope you still find it entertaining. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce you Doom 2016. Our player character, affectionately titled Doomslayer, wakes up in a Martian laboratory that's been overrun by demons and mutated lab officials. We soon hear from two survivors about what's happened and what's continuing to happen. One survivor, Samuel Hayden, tells us that there was a mission to harvest energy from Mars. And they found this fracture that emitted a massive amount of energy. And of course, this was a portal to hell. And the other survivor, Olivia Pierce, wants to open one permanently. So he doesn't like that. We don't like that. And Samuel Hayden wants us to fix the facilities and get Olivia Pierce out of the equation. And Doomslayer doesn't really like him either.
I think we can work together and resolve this problem in a way that benefits us both.
But after being sent back and forth through hell and other laboratories, we kill Olivia Pierce. And it turns out that Samuel Hayden actually wants to continue his research on hell. So he sends us into oblivion, saying that we'll probably meet again someday. Now I know that's a lot to take in, but I like the ability of this game to really drip feed you information. The visuals in this game are very maximalist, like there's always something to look at, something going on, something that demands your attention. And the small details make it hard to look away. The character designs are gruesome, but they're really awesome, and it's also really cool to see the older games and how the designs have evolved over time. The level designs are open but not big enough to where you can get lost, and there is a little incentive to find like Easter eggs and hidden bits of things, which I always find very fun. The mechanics of the game are what make it so addictive, I think. You're able to absolutely steamroll enemies once you get the hang of things, and it's so satisfying. It makes you really feel like the one-man army the Doomslayer is supposed to be. Having to learn the advantages of each of your weapons and their secondary and primary forms makes the combat always feel like new and engaging and fresh. The soundtrack is genuinely so amazing. It accentuates all the actions of the game so well. It makes the player feel so powerful, pumping like massive amounts of adrenaline through the player during intense fights. I still listen to songs off the album to today, but I do believe that a soundtrack's strength lies in how it's able to accentuate the game that it's built for and not its listenability outside of the game. Hello?
I'm gonna interrupt you. Joy listening to when
It's okay. Sandwich! Look at this fucking sandwich. Yeah, I'm eating that. The great thing is, this soundtrack does both. Here I'll introduce 3 other games as comparisons. To clarify, this is my own opinion, and one game is not objectively better than the other. Please don't get mad at me, I am sensitive. I would consider Elden Ring to be an action game, similar to Doom. Aside from that categorization, though, I find that they have nothing in common. Elden Ring's lore is as vast as its world. I think that open world games are really impressive, but I find them hard to grasp. There's just so much to do. I've had to look up videos to understand what the hell's going on in some cases, which is honestly probably my own fault, but still, I believe that this is a reason that I've not been able to finish the game. There's just so much content to cover, which I also think is a strength of the game. It's just something that's turned me off. I also really suck at it. It took me 10 tries to beat a wolf. Fuck that wolf. That wolf is goated, but fuck that wolf. The Quarry is a survival horror game that is narrative driven. It mostly differs from Doom with its mechanics. The player is making decisions with the characters, so like the character will have a decision on what to say to another character, and that decision will change how the story goes. And I love games like this. It's campy and the characters are endearing and also frustrating. It really feels like an interactive movie.
I think we're just gonna stick to the plan, sir. I mean, Mr. Hackett knows we're coming and we called ahead.
No, ma'am, you're gonna head to the Harbinger Motel. Do you understand?
The only problem is I feel a bit bored playing it alone. It's the kind of game that you want to play with people, and it's kind of hard to get my friends together, at least in my group, and we just kind of forgot about it, unfortunately. This is kind of cheating to put this game here, because I haven't played it, but this is for a class project, so I'm going to include it and talk about why I haven't even thought about playing Portal. So Portal is a platformer puzzle game, which is a genre that I'm not very familiar with in general. It's also the second installment in a series I know nothing about, so that's another reason. But it does genuinely look really fun and interesting. It's got a good amount of story behind it, and it's got really fun character beats. It's a little slower paced than Doom, but that can also be an advantage, letting the player take the reins and take the game at their pace. Also, the environments are beautifully crafted, and I adore the aesthetic of the game. But I think that the through line between all of these games is the amount of time it takes to really hook you into a gameplay loop. Unfortunately, I have the attention span of a brain-rotted fish, so only one of these games has done it for me, and actually kept me the entire way through. Doom 2016 is my favorite game, and the only one I've ever finished for good reason. The visuals are awesome, the story is interesting, the mechanics are fun, and the soundtrack bangs. But if you are having trouble finishing games for whatever reason, I 100% recommend this one.